Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. How you doing? This is Ramon de Villar coming at you from South Central Pennsylvania. And last week, I touched on a subject. I was talking about, the value that we all hold, the value that we have in ourselves, that we realize for ourselves, versus the value that our employers have, and whether we are actually assets or liabilities to them. And I was just curious enough about what I was talking about, and I went on Google and I Googled companies and their liabilities, right? And this came up, which is interesting. So I'm going to start reading right about here, where it says examples of liability accounts reported on companies' balance sheets include. Okay, and I believe, let me see. Well, this was from Accounting.com. If you go to Accounting.com, you can find this information, or just Google it. And I'm going to read off the list of all the liabilities that a company has. And so here we go. The first one is notes payable, accounts payable, salaries payable, wages payable, interest payable, other accrued expenses payable, income taxes payable, customer deposits, warranty liability, lawsuits payable, unearned revenues, bonds payable, and so on. Okay, so almost halfway down the list, you see where it says wages payable. So this means that the company sees our wages as liabilities. So when I spoke upon this last week, in fact it was last Sunday, I said that an asset is something that gains in value, something that you hold that gains in value over time, and it becomes valuable to have. A liability is something that loses value over time, and it's something that is actually costing you money. Okay, so as I see here, our wages are on the list of liabilities. So obviously, and it's not a surprise or nothing, we cost companies money, don't we? We cost them money, and people say, I'm an asset to my company. Or you hear the expression, he's an asset to his company because his contributions are noteworthy. His contributions are enough for him to be considered valuable to the company. But what about the rest of the world where we're not in a corporate office? What about us who've been in factory floors where we do repetitive motion jobs that don't take a lot of thinking, that it's very cookie cutter? You can plug anybody into that position and they can perform the position, if they have the mental ability to. We're basically extensions of the machinery in that company. Like I said before, the difference between us and the machinery is that we accept verbal commands and can implement what we're being told, and we're obedient if we want to get paid. But as time goes on, just like the parts on the machine, your elbows, your knees, your hips, your neck, your hearing ability, your eyesight gets affected, and it's called, aging. That's what it's called. It's called old age and aging and wear and tear, where we start to become a liability, where our wages are lost to the company because we may not be able to perform at the speed at which we used to perform earlier in our lives. Okay? And that to me is it's a sad situation, because I honestly believe that the older you get, no matter what position you have at your place of employment, no matter what position you have, you should always be an asset. And that's why I love network marketing, because we are assets from day one. We are valuable to the company from day one, and our value only increases. Our value only increases over time as we develop as better networkers. Okay? Our value increases That to me is amazing. Okay, fine. You go into a factory, you go to work, you go into any place of business and you learn the job and you can train others. But no matter what happens, you age, you wear out, your mental capacity may not be the same. You might not be as sharp as quick as the next person. You may have to go learn the new technology at your job. You may not want to go learn that new technology, or even worse, you may not be capable of learning that new technology or implementing those new tools or learning that new machinery and how it works. You can even get physically hurt at your job. You can lose a limb at your job, depending where you work at. Then you're really a liability. Then the companies really won't tolerate you being around them too long, and they'll just figure out a way to get rid of you. Okay? And that happens. It happens all the time. But in network marketing, in networking, you build your network. You become a representative of your company. And as time goes on, you become more and more valuable. That's a beautiful thing. I'm not going to stay here too long, but you see, this is a Google definition, or this is a Google's list, or not even Google, it's Accounting.com, their list of liabilities that a company has. And within that list is salaries payable. So you people who earn salaries too, don't think that it's only for clock punchers, for hourly employees. Salary employees too are liabilities, and so are wage employees, okay? So this is for everybody, and just consider that maybe what I talk about on my page and on my channel may not be so absurd, okay? May not be so crazy. I want you to think about it, because this is not me making this up. This is from Accounting.com. On paper, on the company's paper, you're a liability. That sucks. That truly sucks. I want you to think about that. Let that sink in for a while. I don't know if you're going to have any comments. Let me know how you feel about what you just saw. I'm telling you. But let me share something else with you. This is why I do this. I want freedom. I want freedom. And the path that I'm walking, the company that I have aligned myself with is doing just that. Guiding me to the point where I can finally be free. And I just want to show you something. And this is why my company is a beast. And this is a short list, because the list has grown. I'm going to read it off to you. You can read it yourself. You can follow along, or even pause the video if you want to. This company is a monster. We have our own gold business, Carat Bars. We have our own crypto business. We have our own coin. We have 2 coins. We have our own physical bank down in Miami. To all my peoples down in Miami today at the end of the world tour, I hope you're having a great time. I'll be with you on the next event, so God bless. Take care. I hope to see you back home soon. We have our own bank in Singapore that stores the gold. We have a bank specifically to store our gold in Singapore. That is phenomenal. We have our own payment system, Carat Pay. We have our own app, Carat Pay app. That means that I can pay people with gold on my phone. Okay? It is now available for Android and iOS. Okay. We will have our own crypto exchange platform. That is huge. Not only do we have 2 coins, but we're going to have our own crypto exchange where you're going to be able to exchange, fiat currencies, other crypto coins, just like any other exchange out there. You'll be able to exchange. And the beautiful thing about it is that my company is taking 50% of the profit from the fees, which all exchanges have, taking 50% of those profits and putting them back into the coin in the form of gold, because we have the first 2 coins in the world that are backed by gold. Backed by gold. They will never ever be at zero. They will always have a value. We have our own crypto exchange platform. We have our own blockchain. Not only will we have our own blockchain, but we're going to have our own blockchain phone. That's what's crazy. We're in over 125 countries. Okay? 125 countries. From the moment you open your business, boom, you're already out in 125 countries. Okay? That is That is franchising to the T, to the 10th power. Okay? I can do business around the world. My business is worldwide. You know, that's something to definitely be proud of. We have our own gold production queue. We've been in business since 2011, debt free, out of Stuttgart, Germany. We have new offices in Dubai and Hong Kong. Our coin is traded on top Asian platforms that does over 100 million per day in transactions. Okay, we have strategic partnerships with the Vatican, FedEx, DHL, and MasterCard. Did I miss something? Oh yes, we have the best business in the world. No expenses, and our product is money, aka 24 karat gold. In the largest industry of the world, a 1.4 quadrillion dollar industry. Okay? So, all that being said, listen, I really hope you take to heart what I said. I'm not downing jobs, because your job can actually fund your business, but you have to know where you stand and what your position is, where you work, and what you value yourself as. If you have a higher value for yourself, don't ever let nobody tell you that you're an instrument of loss. You're an asset. You are an asset no matter what nobody tells you. You're an asset. So that being said, God bless you. Take care. Hopefully see you soon. Feel free to comment on this video. Thank you very much.